Welcome to the maths classes, 10th class maths, class 5. If you are a new viewer of my channel, please do subscribe my channel. Press bell symbol to get more updates about my videos. Like it and share it to your friends. If you want watch my previous videos, I will give the link in the description box. So let's go to the topic. In class 4, I thought you find the LCM and HCF by using factorization method. It is second problem, second bit. Now I am going to teach you third problem. Check whether 6 to the power of n can be end with the 0 for n natural number. Yeah. Third solution. Third solution. Given number is equal 6 to the power of n. 6 to the power of n is equal, we can write 6 factors are 2, 3s are 6 power n. The prime factors here are 2 and 3 only. 2 and 3 only. To be end with 0, 6 to the power of n should have a prime factor 5. We know that 2 5s are 10, then only we get the 0. So in the 6 has only 2 and 3 factors. 2 3s are 6. 2 is there, but there is no 5. It should be have a 5 factor 5. If you multiply with 2 by 5, then only get the 0. So it is not possible to end with 0. Therefore 6 to the power of n cannot end with 0. This is the answer for third problem. Fourth problem. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 6 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1 are composite numbers. Fourth solution. Given numbers are what are numbers are given? 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13, and second number is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. in these two numbers, here you observe 13 and 13. You have to take in common here. 7 into 11 in 11 plus 1. Why? Because I am taking out common. And here 5 and 5 is there. 5 and 5 is there. I am taking common out here in this number. So 7 into 6 into 1. No need to write 1. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. So that is equal to 13 into k and 5 into L, where k is equal to 78. If you multiply that, 13 into 7 11s are 78 plus 1, 77 plus 1, 78. So, and L is equal to 1009. If you multiply this all and add it 1, you get the 1009. As we know that as the if a number write in the form of product of prime numbers is known as composite number. Are you understand? So fundamental theorem, arithmetic fundamental theorem, according to the theorem we can write a composite number can be expressed as in the form of product of prime numbers. Okay, as the given numbers can be written as product of two numbers. They are composite number. Fifth problem. How will you show that 17 into 11 into 2 plus 17 into 11 into 5 is a composite number? Explain. Fifth solution. 17 into 11 into 2 plus 17 into 11 into 5. So here 17 and 11, and here also we have 17 into 11. Here possible to take out 17 into 11 common. So 2 plus 5. Here leaves the 2, here leaves the 5. 2 plus 5. So 17 into 11 into 7. So which is a product of prime numbers. 17, 11 and 7. So we know that according to theorem, every composite number can be expressed in the form of product of prime numbers. So now the given expression is written as A product of two integer and hence it is as a composite number. Sixth problem. What is the last digit of 6 to the power of 100? Solution. 6 to the power of 1 is equal to 6. 6 square is equal to 36. 6 cube is equal to, it is 216. Dash dash dash. See here, what is happening? 6 1. If you write any power of 6, you get end of the number is 6 1. So that's why 6 to the power of 100 also we get last digit is 6. Why? Because we multiply 6 into 6. 6 6 is 36. Always we get the last digit in this number 6 1. As well as 6 to the power of 100 also we get the last digit 6. So next, theorem 1.3. Let x be a rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. Then x can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are co-prime, and the prime factorization of q is the form of the form 2 to the power of n, 5 to the power of m, where m and n and m are the non-negative integers. So already we know that rational numbers are in the form of p by q. Terminated decimals means there is a fixed numbers are in the decimal part. So there is a fixed finite decimal digits in the decimal part, which are called terminate decimals. So factor which are decimal which are rational numbers are terminate if q is in the form of prime factorization of 2 to the power of n and 5 to the power of m. These numbers only, if q is in the form of 2 to the power of n and 5 to the power of m, then only the fraction that rational number is finite decimal digits, and it is called terminating decimal. So do this. Write the following terminating decimal in the form of p by q. Q does not equal 0 and p and q are co-primes. First problem 15.265. Second one 0.1255. Third problem 0.4, and the fourth problem 23.34, and fifth problem 1215.8. What factors are there in the denominator? Do this. First problem 15.265. So which is we can express P by Q form. So 15 to 6 5, when we remove this decimal point, we will write the thousand. Why? Because 10th place, 100th place, 1000th place. So that's why I wrote by 1000. So 15 to 6 5, 1000 I can express 10 cube. 10 into 10 100, 100 into 100 1000. So what are the factors of 10? Yes, you are correct. 2 5s are 10. 2 into 5 whole power 3. Okay. So is equal 15 for 15265 by 2 cube into 5 cube. So numerator end with 5. Here we also 5. So we can cancel it. If you divide with 1 5. Okay. So I will write like this: 2 6 15265 by 2 cube into 5 square into 5. I cancel it this. 5 ones are 5 threes are 5 30s are 5 30s are 150, and 2 6 5 5s are 25, 1 leave, 5 3s are. So it is the 3053 by 3 cube into 5 square. This is the answer of first question. Now fifth one, 1215.8, which is equal to 1215.8 by, it is the 10th place only, I write 10 only. 1215.8 by 2 into 5. It is end with numerator end with 2. It comes 2 table. It is divisible by 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 60s are 120. 2 7s are 14. 2 9s are 18. So it is equal to 6079 by 5. This is the answer. So theorem 1.4, let x is equal to p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is of the form of 2 to the power of n 5 to the power of m, where n and m are non-negative integers. Then x has a decimal expansion which terminates. So what he says, so if you find the denominator prime factors as 2 to the power of n, 5 to the power of m, 2 to the power of n, 5 to the power of m, so which is a terminating decimal? It says like that. So next we go for do this. Write the following rational numbers in the form of p by q, where q is in the form of 2 to the power of m, n and 5 to the power of m, where n and m are non-negative integers, and then write the numbers in the decimal form. In previous do this, we given decimal form is convert into p by q form. Now here he gave the p by q form, we have to convert into decimal form. Do this. So first problem 3 by 4. So it can be denominator we can be expressed 2 into 2, which is 3 by 2 square. So then I multiplied numerator and denominator with 5 square. 3 into 5 square by 2 square into 5 square. So which is equal to 3 into 25, which is 2 into 5 whole square. So 75 by 100. So it is equal to 0.75. This is the answer. One more problem. Third problem. Uh, 51 by 64. 64 we can express. 51 is a prime number. Sorry, not a prime number. 2 to the power of 6. So then I multiply with 51 into 6 square into 5 to the power of 5 by 6, 5 to the power of 6 into 5 to the power of 6. It is 51 into 5 to the power of 6 by 2 into 5 to the power of 6. If it is multiply that 51 into 5 to the power of 6, we get 7, 9, 6, 8, 7, 5 by 10 to the power of 6, that is equal to 7, 9, 6, 8, 7, 5 by 1 after 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which is equal to 0.79687.5. This is the answer for third. So non-terminating recurring decimal in the rational number. Let us consider the rational number whose decimals expansion non-zero, non-terminating and recurring. Once again let us look at in the example 2. Okay, so 1 by 7 he did here, so it is going on going, there is no stop, ending point. Okay, understood. So what we notice here, that the denominator is that in the form 7 cannot be written in the form of 2 to the power of n, 5 to the power of m. So what he is trying to say, if a denominator in the form not in a form of 2 to the power of n and 5 to the power of m, it is a non-terminating decimal. It is a non-terminating decimal. So now we are going to do one more, do this problem here. Only I will tell you only one problem. So one more, do this. First problem 1 by 3. 1 by 3. 1 you divide with 3. 1 is a less than 3, so you have to keep 0 and point, you get the 0 here. 3 3 is a 9, 1 leave. Again automatically we get here 0. 3 3 is a 9, 1 leaves, 0. 3 3 is a 9. It is not ending, it is recurring. So therefore 1 by 3 we can write 0.0333 and so on. So why? Because The denominator is not in a form of 2 to the power of n, 5 to the power of n. So it is a 3. There is no 2 and 5. That's why it is a non-recurring decimal. So remaining problem you have to do in class 5. So thank you for watching.